Okay, for those of you that actually watch these videos, you'll notice that this isn't a normal background. My main computer is having a bit of technical difficulty with fucking microphone. Or not microphone, webcam. It won't record. I really hate Logitech software. It's really the only failing point of this webcam. Sure, the webcam's not a crisp 30 frames a second, but I can live with that. Not working all the time and not even telling me when it's not working, that I find more unacceptable. But that's a different video in and of itself. What I have to talk about today is the Humble Bundle. Now, as of right now, it has about 6 days left in it. And it's offering up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 games. I had them written down here because I was going to be doing it on that computer first until it fucked up on me. Plan went to hell then. So, let's start off with talking about Beat Hazard Ultra, Night Sky, Splice, well not Splice, and Sword and Sorcery. I haven't played these games long enough to have a firm opinion, and in the case of Sword and Sorcery, I haven't played the game at all. Now, I just never got around to playing it, not because it's out of my taste. But I have played the other two for a bit. Not Beat Hazard, Dynamite Jack. Dynamite Jack, it's a puzzle game where you are basically Bomberman. Get caught by security and it's a one-shot kill. I didn't get too far into it because the puzzles were mind-numbingly easy in the beginning, and I honestly have better things to do right now, like fixing that piece of shit over there, than going through and playing until it gets hard. Night Sky, I'm not even sure I got over the tutorial in that game before I stopped playing it. Here. My Steam for Night Sky is all of 14 minutes I played. Now, while I played the game, I can see its mechanics. Anti-gravity, speed boost, stopping, and some amount of physics play. Okay, I don't have that great of an opinion on it, but I can't say I wouldn't recommend it, but I'm saying I wouldn't buy the bundle for it. Neither Dynamite Jack and Sword and Sorcery, I got no fucking clue with that one. Now, let's go on to other games. Solar 2. I believe I actually played this game to its completion. Kind of. It's hard for me to really say what the fuck this game is. You're basically playing a sentient rock that goes through space, and you can get missions, but you don't have to do the missions to actually win the game. You go from space rock to planet with life to star to black hole to you create Big Bang or some shit like that. I don't understand it, and it takes, I think it's supposed to take like 30 or so minutes to actually get through the game, so yeah. I don't really know what to say about this game, though. I don't like the missions. I don't exactly find them fun. I don't find a lot of this game fun, but it's... If you got it in the bundle, I'd recommend playing it. But I wouldn't recommend buying it, if that makes sense at all. It's not worth the bundle for. The next game. Crayon Physics Deluxe. I played this game Crayon Physics Deluxe. Where the fuck are you? Whoa, I only played the game for 44 minutes. This game, you draw on the thing what you want to happen, and it works with physics in it. You draw a ball, the ball will move. You draw a plank, the plank will move. You figure out a way to make a pulley system, and the shit will actually do it. Now, here's the thing. This game is kind of simple. I say kind of because I haven't completely beaten the game, but what I found of it so far, and getting fairly far into the game, I think, the game offers no real challenge. It's puzzle-based, but not very hard puzzles. The next game I will talk about will be... well, shit, let's go Super Hexagon. Super Hexagon can go fuck itself. Okay, I need to say more about it than that. There are 3 levels in the game that are unlocked from the beginning, and the game is... it's a mindfuck of a game. It is hard to play, not because it's hard. Now, how do I explain this? The whole world is spinning this way, your character's moving along with the world while it's spinning, and you have to keep in mind which way is right and left, which is constantly changing as the world spins. Well, fuck you, game. And the game tries to actually confuse you by giving you more and more visuals. However, I don't find this aspect of the game hard. No, the hard aspect of the game is... you kind of know, how do I explain it? When you go just a little too far or a little too short when you're playing a game. Like, let's say you have to you're playing a platformer and you're just a little too far on a jump and you fall. Or you're just a little too short on a jump and you miss it. Either way, you die. This game... here, let's try and go this way. Let's say this is what... let's say, I hope you can see this. Let's say this here is the hexagon. There. Your person's right over here. You move your person exactly this way. This way or this way. Let's say that if you are in either these 2 sections right here or right here, you die. Now, you'd think it's simple. Get the fuck out of this direction. But no, it's not that simple. You see, you move kind of fast, so you could actually move all the way over into the next space over here by accident. Even by just this much. And it's not fucking hard to do. Or let's say that you were paying attention to the visuals for too long, and you didn't move quite fast enough. You could think you make it right here, but oh no, you don't. Now, I have died more times because of that than anything else in the game. The game is not hard. What's hard about the game is the controls, and I do not like it much for that. And I've played this on my little brother's Android device. It is no simpler on Android than it is on the computer. In fact, I'd call the computer simpler than the Android device. So, would I recommend playing it? Yes, it is fucking fun. But I would not recommend you buying this bundle just for this game. Now, up to this point... oh yeah, Splice. Let's talk about Splice 2. This is another puzzle game that... I blew through like 4 levels up... like 40 levels of it in less than... 16 minutes. And the levels are getting harder, but I don't enjoy the gameplay of it. I can't really put my finger on it. It's... how do I put it? It's annoying. I hate the user interface to this game so fucking much. I have to say that a good 3 minutes of the 16 I was playing it was just trying to figure out how to fuck to start the game, because there is no obvious click here to start. No, you're always in a menu that's somewhat themed to the goddamn game, and I do not appreciate that at all. Now, again, would I recommend buying it for Splice? Fuck no. Would I recommend playing Splice? Yeah, it's kind of... if you like puzzle games, it is kind of a puzzle. If that makes sense. It's enough of a puzzle game that I'd recommend playing it for the puzzle. But you will not be challenged for at least 30 or so levels. Now, we get to the 2 games that I was saving for last. Dungeon Defenders and all of its DLC. and Beat Hazard Ultra, which is apparently Beat Hazard and a DLC for it. Now, would I recommend buying this bundle for either of those games? One of them is a bullet hell shoot 'em up that actively tries to make you confused by giving you visuals. And you do get more points based on how many visuals you have on screen at a time. If you have 200%, you get 20% more bonus points from what I understand. And Dungeon Defenders is a tower defense game that is also kind of an RPG. Now, I'm talking about the computer version of these games because I got no fucking clue what the Android is. The Android version of fucking Beat Hazard Ultra? No, I wouldn't recommend playing it or getting it for that game. It is fucking simple on the Android. But, and big but, on the computer, I recommend you playing it with... God, fuck you. God damn it, what are you stuck on? Okay. Jesus Christ, fucking cords. I recommend playing it on a controller. I would get my SciTech controller to show it, but fuck it. Most games default to Xbox controllers now. I fucking hate Microsoft for that, but whatever. I recommend playing it with the controller because it feels a lot like Geometry Wars in play. And it is a lot of fun. I really recommend it for that. And Dungeon Defenders. Let's go to the Dungeon Defenders page. Where the fuck are you? Okay, let's go to store page. And let's go to... Okay. Dungeon Defenders Collection. The game and all of its DLC costs 50 fucking bucks. This game, before I bought any of the DLC for this game, I put in a good 70 hours in the base game alone on the computer. I highly recommend this game. However, this comes with a asterisk next to it. I could not beat the game solo. I could get to the end boss solo, but I could not beat that boss on my fucking own. You need to have other people playing this game with you to really get far in it. Unless you already know what you're doing, but by that point, you're not playing... how should I put it? You're leveling up alternative characters at that point. You're not actually playing the characters, if that makes any sense. Here's the thing. Once you get to the end of the game, which is like level 70... Yeah, level 70 should be the end for the standard version of the game. Game fucking over. It takes you about 70 hours to get there, and gameplay too then will be very fun. However, due to how shitty they dealt with Nightmare Mode in this game, the end game for this thing is horrific. What I mean by that is, you don't find high-end gear, period. You luck out finding high-end gear. They kept adding newer and newer high-end gear to try and fix their fuck-up. Because they don't want to touch the randomness of the game. They don't want to fix it at all. They want to band-aid it. And that band-aid is fucking impossible. Because up until the first DLC, which was the Crystal Shards 1, which added mythical armor, is probably the last balanced game there or DLC they added. Every subsequent DLC fucked mythic armor and fucked everything before it. Because of the range, mythic armor became more or less crap. Then because of the range in the next DLC, which was Shards 3, DLC from 2 became crap. And the next DLC, it became crap. And then they tried to band-aid it, and it made crap out of the stuff that came before it. They never fixed a range, and the high end of this game is bad because of it. Basically, the people who have been there from the very beginning, magic. They have characters that are perfect because they have characters that are geared. They have the gear. They have the good gear. I was at the ass end of the first expansion, so I got some good gear. Now, if I started playing the game today, I'd never have put in that 70 hours. Or I'd never have put in more than that initial 70 hours I played it. Because the high end of this game is fucking broke. Now, the fans of the game are trying to put out patches to fix it. So, official online is going to be dead the moment that happens. I want you to keep that in mind when I say I recommend this. This whole pack here, I recommend solely based on Dungeon Defenders and Beat Hazard, with a bunch of extra games that are probably fun. One game I haven't played before, and everything here has a soundtrack to go with it. I believe it also has a Mac version of the game and a Linux version of the game, on top of also being for Android. So you really gain 4 different platforms you can play it on, and you're getting a Steam copy of everything. Very much recommend it for that. But really, if you do not like the Tower Defense, Dungeon Defenders, or Beat Hazard, I'm not sure I'd recommend it. Again, I don't know what the Sword and Sorcery game is. I really should get around to playing it, but I just haven't. Anyways, I really do recommend, even if you do not like these games, to at least pitch in some amount of money to the charity at the very least. Hell, you could even give the Humble Bundle to somebody else. You can get a giftable version, so every dollar helps with the charity. That's the main focus on this. What I made this video for is just telling you what you're getting from the Humble Bundle itself, and they are fairly good games. None of them are unplayably bad. There was one game in the Humble Bundle before called Uplink that on the PC was unfucking playable. But that's more the UI doesn't, the UI didn't scale in that to the whatever resolution you use your computer at. Anyways, I hope this made a difference and made someone buy the game. That would make this worth it.